Oh boy. Anime. Hello there, internet user. My name is Mikkel, and I feel like talking to you about Doki Doki Literature Club. Why? I don't know, why not? I played this game pretty recently, and I felt like making a video about it. Here's a fun fact, I played this game in one sitting. I'm not joking. I thought it was like a 4 to 5 hour game, not an 8-hour game. I had a lot of fun with this game, as there is a lot of fun to be had. A visual novel that's full of energy and good vibes. Trust me, bro. You play as a down bad teenage boy, and you get to spend time with cute anime girls. Amazing. 10 out of 10 game. And with that said, I'm dropping the spoiler warning right now, alright? If you haven't played this game, I recommend playing it. It's free, and it's not that long. Seriously though, it's actually a really good game and offers a really good experience, even if you've seen some spoilers. Okay, we good? Alright, so I might have filtered out some people there. For those of you who haven't played this game but don't give a fuck about spoilers, I would like to give a second warning. There will be some disturbing topics and visuals coming up. I'm talking suicide. And by the way, that count as legit, so yeah. Alright, Jerry, you can go for a pee-pee break. This is your own chance. What the fuck is this game? Holy chalupa! Say it with me, folks. Fuck. I want it to be known that I went into this game with some spoilers. Before playing this game for the first time, I had heard how the game turns dark midway through, and I vaguely remembered seeing the image of Yuri dead on the ground. Ironically, I think all that actually helped me get through this game, because had I not known about all that, I might have legitimately scarred myself for months to come. I knew about your lies, game, but you still tricked me, stupid game. I was having a good time, and then suddenly I was not having a good time. Personally, I'm not good with horror games. I absolutely hate horror games. I am trying to branch out and try new games though, so stick around if you want to hear an idiot yap. Before we start, I want to let you know that my friend Jerry is gonna pop in here and there to give a heads up for when I show disturbing footage. I'll try to keep this video lighthearted and fun by cracking jokes and playing upbeat music. I understand this stuff is disturbing. I also genuinely find it really disturbing. Seriously, I considered scrapping this video when I learned OBS took a big stinky gas excursion on my footage. I had to re-record, or in other words, re-watch a lot of the big nasties. I was about to replay this game to get footage? Fuck you, Monica. But not gonna lie, I did get curious while writing the script. So, Alright, hey guys, it's almost midnight, and I thought it was a good idea to boot up Doki Doki Literature Club with Monica's character file deleted. I don't know what happens, I'm pretty sure it's something spooky, but let's go. It's deleted, right? No, it's there. Oh, okay, I guess we'll delete it. I hate this. Alright, well, wow, that's pretty cute. Let's split this game into 2 halves. We'll chuck you in there, and we'll plop you in here. I didn't know what else to call these. Everything's all sunshine and rainbows where the game welcomes you with a big warm hug. Reminder that I was vaguely aware of how this game turns spooky, so I hesitantly accepted this hug from the game. And you know, I'm treated like a very special guest. I mean, here and there I'll notice the game giving off some red flags, but it's probably nothing. Spoiler alert, it was not nothing. Before you know it, the game decides it's done messing with you, then that cupcake of yours will be slapped out of your hands and you'll get beat with a stick. Depression is an apparent theme, and it's introduced in a very tame manner. Okay, game's getting a little serious. Now let's say fuck you to the player. Psychological horror. That's the big thing here. Now, I don't think I've consumed any form of media that's purely centered around this genre, so I apologize if I sound like a caveman discovering fire. I'm what you call a massive pussy. Yeah, this game is spooky. But what make games spooky? I think I can break down the spookiness into two separate parts. We have contrast, and we have the unknown. As far as contrast goes, I'm noticing two separate cases. Case numero uno with a sudden shift in tone with the game, which I guess that one's pretty clear. But case numero duo I find more interesting, being how disturbing imagery is presented. You have this very vibrant, colorful, positive art style that presents gore, suicide, glitchy effects, and other disturbing stuff. If you listen closely, there's actually a slight change in music following Sayuri's suicide. The contrast between the style and the substance makes it a lot more unsettling. It's also why I believe people are generally not bothered by any gore or disturbing stuff in more realistic looking games, or at least not bothered as much. I mean, look at this shit, everything's already all gritty and shit, so what's some blood gonna do to me? Look at that, that's so cute. The pacing of this game could be better, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not referring to the sudden shift in tone. I think that's something that makes this game stand out. As much as I hated seeing this text box get cut off only to get hit with this shit, I think this was all done really well. And I feel like it takes a while to get the ball rolling. You feel? I think there's a bit too much filler following Sayuri's suicide as well as in the first act of the game. Or maybe that's just me being incredibly slow. Regardless, I do think that filler allows the player to get more immersed in the game. That's very important in order to catch players way off guard with the suicide jump scare and still maintain that shock or terror following that jump scare. Allow me to introduce the oh shit! meter to show how Doki Doki Literature Club tricks people into believing this game is just an innocent dating sim, like the asshole it is. And now, anime. Ignoring the mildly unsettling warning when he booted the game. Highly disturbing content? Yeah, whatever. I guess I'm easily disturbed. We got a nice, vibrant art style, smiling faces, upbeat music, and just good vibes all around. Yeah, I love anime and its fan service. What the fuck was this, seriously now? There's little bits of foreshadowing, like in the beginning of the game where you learn Sayuri has been regularly showing up late for school, or when Monika says she knows more than you think. Also, I'm pretty sure these poems have some meaning or significance related to the game, but just like my English classes, I don't give a fuck about that. I won't bother understanding these. But hey, that's okay, you know? We be cool around here. Yo, we just vibing, hanging around. Oh, I didn't mean it like that. You can see how the oh shit meter fills during the duration of this game. Obviously that meter is dying like a fish out of water during the I'd say about the first third of the game. However, you can notice the oh shit meter ramps up a little bit over here because that's when Sayuri starts letting you know of her depression and just how she feels and such. Also, you most definitely notice this other line here. That's the oh shit meter, but for Miko meter. It represents the brownness of my underwear during my playthrough, if you know what I mean. Anyway, the reason why it's spiking like crazy as well as spiking way before everyone else is because I thought I was gonna be hit with a jump scare of some kind when you visit Sayuri's room for the first time. I assumed this game had some kind of suicide imagery going into it, and so I grew drastically concerned when you don't hear from Sayuri for an entire weekend. This bit right before you enter her room. Right here. Black screen, music off, fuck off. Two big no-nos. I swear I spent like 5 minutes here contemplating whether or not I should continue. You can imagine the wave of relief I had when I was presented with Sayuri all fine. So anyway, yeah, depression enters the chat. Cool. Well, not really. This is where I'd assume most people would start raising their eyebrows. Like, damn, this actually a serious game. Sayuri does her best to keep it together and stay positive despite her being the complete opposite of okay. That's a legitimate symptom of deeper levels of depression. But that's what makes it hit harder. This actually, like, feels real, you feel? But you can see the oh shit meter still staying rather calm in comparison to my meter. The game still keeps up this cheerful and positive vibe, but what follows next is a much larger spike in the oh shit meter. We're at the big festival day and the music is shut off. Sayuri doesn't show up to school after watching her confess her situation and slowly watching her crash out more and more? Nah, fuck fuck this game. Oh wait, that's my meter, sorry about that. I'd assume concern would slowly rise amongst the people due to the context you have at this point of the game, as well as this poem you're given. But regardless of all these little hints or red flags, I'm sure the majority of people playing this game blind would not expect or be prepared at all for what would come next. Now if we zoom out a bit we can see the true scale of the oh shit meter. But you see what I'm getting at here. Sunshine and rainbows, and holy shitties. We are so back, and it's so over. That kind of ties into the unknown factor of this game. I'll just quickly defend myself, because that probably sounds like I'm being fucking stupid. I mean, no shit, that's probably like by far the #1 thing that makes a horror game scary. Right? I think Sayuri's suicide was the scariest and most disturbing part of the whole game, but that only serves as the intro to the spooky portion of the game. The bar is immediately set, and it's set real high. Now you know what this game is capable of. You're caught with your pants down when you're most clueless or vulnerable. And you're left in severe levels of suspense when the game just plays the cheerful first act of the game, but modifies it to accommodate for what the fuck just happened. The game plays out like nothing fucking happened, but there's added bits that occasionally occur to keep you on your toes. And these bits slowly get more extreme and more apparent until, well, Monica takes over. Disturbing portraits, text change, modified music, glitching, and other visual effects, as well as other disturbing or abnormal details. There are plenty of surprises that just keep on coming that will keep you on your toes. Even though this level of jump scare doesn't happen a second time, the fear of where the fuck is this all headed keeps you on full alert. Seriously, the amount of times this evil ass game sends a character off screen baiting me into believing something bad will happen is just holy shit, the molies, man. I think another big factor contributing to the spookiness is the lack of control you have over anything. This is just a visual novel. All you have is left mouse button. But still, this game had me shitting bricks. It offered not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, but 4 different PP breaks in the span of a few hours. I'm pretty sure in most other horror games, at the very least, you can move around or even fucking look around to defend yourself in a way. But in a visual novel like this, I'm at the mercy of the game, left clicking one at a time, bracing for any BS that may be sent my way. You will make multiple trips to the menu as part of the main game. Your saves will get erased multiple times. You're expected to use what should just be a convenience feature to get past this segment, and to top that off, Monica and her Yoshi death stare. All the BS that you have to endure is because of Monica. She's responsible for the fates of everyone. She tried covering up Sayuri's death, she had control, could stalk anyone, crash your game, and she could break the fourth wall. When a fictional character directly addresses the audience and is totally aware they're in fictional media. That's what breaking the fourth wall is. In other words, Monica. Stupid peepee. This one-liner from her was evil as shit, man. Monica breaking the fourth wall takes the lack of control to a whole new level. The main antagonist having legit control over the game and directly addressing you as a real human being and acknowledging your presence on whatever version of the game you're playing. Crazy, dog. I honestly have no idea what to feel about her character. I mean, obviously I feel hatred for her for making me witness Sayuri and Yuri kill themselves and stalking everyone and deleting everything and not giving a fuck about anyone aside from me. I guess she had a redemption arc, but it felt like that was kind of shoehorned into the game. And regardless, what the fuck, Monica? I can't forgive you that easily. It felt really good deleting her. That moment I realized I had to open the game files and literally delete Monica's character file, that was crazy. That shit blew my goddamn mind during my playthrough, and I thought it was instructed very smoothly. Instructions were given in a subtle, natural manner, but it was clear enough to quickly get the message across. I swear to God, hopping into the game files and literally deleting Monica from her own game made me feel like I was using %appdata% for the first time. The only 2 games I've played I can think of that replicates this kind of thinking outside of the box is Undertale and Inscryption. I just find it so fascinating how the combination of so many different things come together to create such an interesting horror experience. And there's probably many details I'm unaware of. Bam! This game may not be my cup of tea, but I can tell there was a ton of love and effort put into making this game. And I gotta give credit where credit is due. Thanks for watching, everybody. That's all I got for this video. Hope you enjoyed it. Even though I hate horror games, I think Doki Doki Literature Club was well, I wouldn't say it was a fun time, but it was a very interesting experience that I'm glad I had, even if I was kind of spoiled for it. If you really enjoyed this video, then why don't you hit that subscribe button, eh? How about a likey, a comment? Anything would be mega appreciated. Next video, I'll probably make a video on the very popular Clair Obscur Expedition 3. Psych! No, I won't. I recorded that bit of the outro before we got a release date to Hollow Knight Silksong. And since release day is right around the corner, expect my next video to be about Silksong. I'm thinking of making a spoiler-free review. Anyway, that's all from me. Have a great day, internet user. Thanks for watching.